Of course, we have two guests in the studio, two broadcasters, big ones. Bimbo Adiola is the chairman, or rather president, or rather CEO of 27 July Sports Network, and also Ben Alaya, 27 July Sports Network, and Ben Alaya is also in the studio. He's editor-in-chief Sports Day newspaper, the paper we usually don't get to review on Fridays. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. Nice to be here.
It's good to have you. Okay, get on to business. CAF elections. Amanda Man, were you actually surprised by his victory?
Not really. I was actually indifferent, ab initio, but eventually we need a new face for African football. I don't want to join the bandwagon of one man being there for over 27 years. I want to take it up from the world body, Federation of International Football Associations. The change swept into that place, and it's coming to Africa. We need to align ourselves with what is going on globally, because that eventually will impact positively on football in Nigeria. If we do otherwise, or if we had done otherwise, it will have meant Nigeria will be left behind, or Africa left behind. I'm happy. And it's not even a shame, a country of close to 200 million people, not one in the ESCO of CAF. We've only had two Nigerians, Etubum Orokoyo, who is dead now, and Dr. Imo Sadamu. We've not had anybody. And check out what's been happening in CAF and even FIFA all along. Our referees are just referees good enough for the Nigerian league. Nobody is pushing them up, because in everything you do, there's an out of politics, even in an office. That's the truth. And you lobby yourselves in every level of life. So Nigeria has not been able to lobby itself up there. Nigeria has not been able to raise the level of football as it should be. But right now we have the opportunity, and we're happy that not only did Nigeria support the new president of CAF, a Nigerian is back in the ESCO of CAF. So let the politics continue.
Okay, let the politics continue. Ben, I mean, Bimbo says he's not really surprised by the fact that Ahmad, became the president of CAF. But what about the margin, though? 34 to 20. I mean, you expected a more competitive election.
Well, I would say that when you want a revolution, when you want to carry out a revolution, I mean, majority of the people must be with you, and I think that was what happened. I was actually not indifferent like Bimbo. Okay. I was set because a Nigerian was contesting. My anger even was that it was not a Nigerian who was contesting for the presidency of CAF, because every time Issa Hayatu kept promising us that he will hand over the presidency of CAF to us. In fact, the last one we had was that he said they should allow him conduct the next Nations Cup in Cameroon, and after that he will hand over to Nigeria. We've listened to him several times, but 28 years, and we have not handed over to Nigeria. I think it's...
sorry to cut you off short here. Will you be able to do that? Because if you check the new rules in CAF, it's like if you're not a member of the executive committee, you can't even contest for a position.
Those rules failed. You know why?
And
they failed?
Because
it brought them up.
Yes.
Immediately when the executive committee was meeting, he brought those rules up, and that was where you knew Hayatu was out of CAF. He brought them out, and the executive committee voted against them. They brought them down. Everybody who is outside, who is a football person, can now come out and contest for a CAF election as long as you are a football person. So the margin was good. I think it was the margin for determination, the margin for, I don't even want to use the word change. Nigerians are afraid when you hear the word change now. But the margin for a new face in African football, the margin for something different that was being done for 28 years, there was...
That favored a particular man and his country. As a Nigerian, I'm not happy. 1988, in the saddle, Erin Wilson scored a beautiful goal that was disallowed by the referee, who decades later confessed that he made a mistake, and decades later the president of CAF, Issa Hayatu, confessed that it was a legitimate goal. That was the second time they were winning. 84 were beaten well, 3-1 in Bouaké, Côte d'Ivoire. Then came 2000, when Nigeria bailed out Africa because Ghana could not single-handedly have hosted the Nations Cup. Nigeria bailed out Africa, again another sordid ritual right under our noses at the national penalty. So all these things have been to the Nigeria's disadvantage. Like Ben said, it's been one promise after the other for decades. So I'm very happy that, yes, we got it right now. Amadou from day one, even though I never really subscribed to going public with his thoughts of going out for Ahmad.
Well, like they do in penalty,
The keeper takes his guess, and if the ball goes the right way and he parries it, your luck. So it's his luck and it's our luck.
Okay, now talking about the man of Pinnick now, Hazen CAF, because he succeeded, I mean, like 2 ways now. I mean, the person he supports won, and also he got a seat in CAF. What difference is it going to make for Nigerian football?
Fantastic. I think it's a fantastic difference that it's going to make, because now Amaju is an inner caucus member, so to speak, of the present CAF leadership that we have. Ahmad, people shouted before the election that he has not been to Nigeria, he has not, but he came, he met the Senate president, he met the sports minister, and things changed a bit about his person, about his personality, about what he has to offer. And he made it right, because I was privileged to have interacted with him, and he said, look, it's going to be a more democratic CAF. And Nigeria being a big African nation in terms of football, we should be playing more roles. And who say we should not start now to groom Amaju to succeed Ahmad? I mean, Amaju and Ahmad, it can happen. After 8 years, it should not be perpetually one person.
12 years. I mean, 12 years.
12 years, you can live. I mean,
Amaju will still be a young man.
We should still be a young man, because the most experienced football administrator or sports administrator we have in Nigeria now has suffered several setbacks.
And it's even a man of the past now. Nigeria should not even go back to him.
We are looking forward now.
Yeah.
Who says Bimbo and I too cannot in future get into CAF? I mean, even Sicilian. So, I mean, we should also be forward looking about the future, because I mean, I read Issa Hayatu's address before the elections, and he was talking about Kabbalistic tendencies of some people, and I said to myself, who are those who have Kabbalistic tendencies? They've been there for 28 years, and Nigeria has benefited little or nothing in terms of appointment of referees, like he did mention, qualifications. When it gets to crucial points, even at the Champions League in Africa, in the World Cup, we always lose out, and it is because we don't have our men in key positions. I mean, I said to a colleague, at the last World Cup, South Africa had 3 media officers, not working with the Bafana team. 3 media officers, I'm talking about the media now, 3 media officers working with different national teams. One worked with me because I was lucky to be the media officer. Now one worked with me directly. So every news we were seeing, the boy was interfacing with me directly. He was a former media officer of the Bafana. These are things that our people, even in CAF and FIFA, are not exploring. They are not exploiting it to the benefit of the generality of Nigeria. Once you get there, it is only me, myself, and I. And those things must stop.
Exactly the reason I was indifferent ab initio, because it's for self-seekers. It was for self-seekers. So Amaju has an opportunity to tell Nigerians that, hey, I'm working for you guys. I took a look at the media committee of the Confederation of African Football under Ayatu. No single Nigerian.
It used to be a Nigerian.
Yes,
it used to be the Nigerian department.
I look at all the subcommittees of CAF. That was why I was taken aback when some Nigerians were working against Amaju for somebody from Benin Republic. It doesn't work like that. Even in the ESCO, the Executive Committee of the Nigeria Football Federation, it doesn't. Once a Nigerian comes out, it becomes a Nigerian project. I must back the Nigerian, no matter who or she is. But unfortunately, you know the way Nigerians do the normal bring him down syndrome, and it's so bad. Yeah. But thank God we have him right now, and he has a lot of work to do. A lot of Nigerians wrote him off even before he became the president of Nigeria Football Federation. Don't forget, a lot of promises for Nigerian football that we've not seen come to life even right now. He has a whole lot.
I was not his friend then.
Yeah.
You know, some of us will always, not because we hate, not because we will always tell you the truth. Okay, now we have the FIFA Goal Project. I was telling Austin before we came on set, we have the FIFA Goal Project. Did you know that Ghana is in Goal 5 and Nigeria is not done with Goal 1? What are we talking about? And that's development. Okay, so what's happening to the youths? What's happening to the under 12s, under 15s, under 17s? Because these guys later on will form the bedrock of the national team. Yeah. So if the Goal Project is being toyed with, then the future of football in Nigeria is jaundiced.
Because don't forget that, Bimbo, like the last time, the under 17 we didn't qualify. The first time, so to speak, that we tried to use real under 17, we didn't make it. Under 20, we didn't make it. We tried to use the real boys in their ages. And so it is because of the project that I was talking about, the Go project. If it's well exploited, well done, I mean, we will start seeing boys I mean, not necessarily because you are playing football, you will not still be in school or do other things. You are interfacing education with sports. Whether you are doing basketball, whether you are doing anything, but we are talking football now. You are interfacing now. So by the time you are 15, 16, we already know your age. We know where a 16-year-old should be. I have a 15-year-old son now who is in SS2 and he plays basketball. So if tomorrow nobody should tell me about his age, I know his age. Those are the issues.
Okay, do you think that's some of the things that a man should also fight? Because when you're talking about age cheats in football, it's not only Nigeria. We just finished watching the under-20, and some people were saying, some guys are like, okay, let me not even mention the age because it's ridiculous. You know? But then they're like, okay, they were performing well, but they were trying to, you know, compare the guys who were saying, the one from South Africa, Senegal, and Guinea, and Zambia, and all that, that the difference is kind of much. Should this be a project that man should really take seriously, because it has to start from CAF?
Yes, basically, it's not just Africa. Don't forget, South Americans and Asians are as culpable and guilty as Africans. But then it's a way to help develop the sport again in Africa. Little the Federation can really do. Let's tell ourselves the truth. The level of poverty in Africa is astounding, it's annoying, and any opportunity you have to make forays into football and get yourself out of Africa is a lot of money. So even parents are complicit in this that we're doing in Nigeria. We're all sports journalists. We've seen situations, Ben, where I remember. I remember.
Let's not go into details.
You know what? We'll go to the break now. We'll come on. We'll get back to this. So of course, we'll also take a look at, you know, other members who got into the positions of CAF, and also those that will be representing Africa at FIFA level.